Here we are. And in fact, if you look, come to think of it, well, I got to look at this myself. Wow.
Golden Age is back. Isaac's on the mic. Cultural crusade. Politics get torched in the fight. Savage memes from hard, outrageously offensive. Bassy generation, loud and unrelenting. Golden Age, it's the podcast blaze. Isaac's rants cut through the haze. Crusades alive, memes collide. Subscribe now, join the savage tribe. New takes weekly, unfiltered and raw. Isaac's voice, the memer's law.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Age podcast. I am joined by my co-hosts as they are arriving here on the screen. Corn Boy, how you doing, man? Good to see you. As we're getting everyone else in here, how you doing?
Excellent, man. Can't wait. We got the big book drop this week, and hopefully we can get to talk about that a little bit, plus a whole lot of politics happening. So I think we're in for a good one today.
Absolutely. We're going to be getting Eric up in here in a bit, but while we're waiting on that, we're going to check in with the rest of our guests. Cole Hauser, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Always nice hat, by the way. Repping the merch.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm always glad to be here and with such fine patriotic gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Even Lex.
Appreciate it. Yes, even Lex. Yes, too. And Ronan, as always, thank you for joining us. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing really good. Hello, everybody. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader, and I am here once again to talk politics and even help with one of our own releasing their own book now.
Very, very much so. Yes, we're going to be getting into that. And Vatlaw, good to see you again, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, as always, and looking forward to discussion and lots of angry profanity when we get to topics.
Yes.
Because, well, if you follow the news at all, which if you're here, you know what's happening.
Slow news week. Yeah, not too much to talk about. Yeah, that's for sure. Magnum, as always, good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm great. I love the new intro with the Trump dance during the
Little update.
during the yes.
Little update. You love it. You love to see it. And Lex, good to hear you, shall I say. How you doing, man? Thank you for being here.
Doing well. Always a pleasure to spend Monday nights with such fine U.S. citizens.
Yes, sir.
Absolute emphasis and Kohlhauser. And Kohlhauser. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss? Oh.
Kohlhauser is one of the good ones and Canadian too. So checking out the chat. Nerd Slap,
Patriots, like
good to see you, brother. On the chat. Donna, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. John Ambler, good to see you in the chat, brother. How are you doing? We have Just JK as well. Good to see you, brother. We got Legatus Modern in the chat. We have Sal the Hamster. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. We got Chell in the chat. We got everybody. Sorry if I missed anybody. It's just a ton of people.
Nerd Slap.
Atomic Patriot.
There you go.
Everybody. Yeah, Nerd Slap. So, first things first, as always, we got to start with some levity. So, Marco Rubio is now a man of many responsibilities, and President Trump will probably be tasking him to be Pirate King of Nassau now that we are, going to be occupying the surrounding parts of the hemisphere, the Western Hemisphere. So, as I can pull this up on the screen, when President Trump tells Marco Rubio he has to be Pirate King of Nassau. Yeah. So it's
Still my
just,
favorite meme template. I love it so
yes,
much.
it is. Dude, this has been used for hundreds of things so far. It's just fantastic. So multi-purpose. It's wonderful. And but
You know
yeah,
what's funny? I was just going to say it's funny because you would have never thought Marco Rubio would be able to meme so good.
of all people, yes.
Yeah.
Little Hands, Marco, remember in the debates back in
Well,
the day?
it's little Marco. He's come so far.
Yes. He finally grew up. His hands got a little bigger. You know, he's doing better for himself. You love to see it. And frankly, if he can do some good things, more power to him. You know, more power to him.
Yeah, he's
And
been a
this week-
total champion recently.
He's been doing pretty good. So commendations where it's due. President Trump was spotted. This man is pure
The heck?
pure energy, pure branding. He just knows how to do it. He's a businessman. He was spotted wearing a pin of himself earlier this week. So that pin you can see on the left, that's right there down on his lapel. And I think the audio was pretty good. Let's check it out. The audio's nothing. But as you can see, this was a little interview, but he's there being asked about the pin. It's pretty funny. I mean, the dude knows how to meme. He has a sense of humor. And you love to see it because I think it's pretty cool. If you're going to wear a pin, may as well wear a pin of someone you support. You know, it's president's got style. President's got style.
His humor's so dry too that people on the left don't understand it at all.
100%. That's the issue with them. They get so mad. It's like he doesn't think of you at all.
There is no humor on the left.
Was that designed by Mike Judge? That looks straight out of Beavis.
It does look
It
like
does.
It's either that or something out of some weird like anime style or something.
Yeah.
South Park.
No, it's definitely different. Yeah, that's for sure. Wanted to show this too. This went kind of viral this week. So this was an old clip. Do you guys remember Denzel Washington received the Presidential Medal of Freedom a few years back? This was under, Crazy Joe, Alzheimer's Joe. So
Sleepy
when
Joe.
when Denzel received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and this was the best quote tweet I've ever seen in my life. Joe probably thought that's Obama. That went viral this week. So I just had to show that. I mean, it's funny, but it's also kind of true, don't you think? I mean, Joe is not the most observant fellow, and he was born in a different time as well. And
And he grew up with every single different kind of person. Every
he did.
single
He's
community.
the first
there
Puerto
is.
Rican truck-driving
Yeah.
Irish president ever. Yes,
I'm really amazed that you're not more
I'm
respectful
wondering-
of the Civil War veteran that man is.
I know. Very true. Yes, he fought on both sides, Lex. Don't you know?
I'm wondering if Obama putting the medal on Obama
Yes.
and he thought,
yes,
there's two of them now?
it's not a bad idea.
We all look alike.
I wish he was. I wish he was the previous president. Like, holy crap!
I mean, that's a good point, Magnum. I mean, I would have picked Denzel over Barack Obama any day. Not to say he's much better, but I bet he would be better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, moving on. I have to preface this with people shouldn't get offended. It's okay to poke fun at everybody. This came across my feed. Don't know who these people are. In my opinion, as a person in Gen Z myself, I think this is peak Gen Z humor right here because you're not hating anybody. You're just poking fun at obvious stereotypes, and it's pretty freaking hilarious. So check this out for a second.
What's your guys' ethnicity?
Oh, I'm Indian.
I'm Jewish. You're Jewish. Okay, so do you guys think Indian and Jews are a good couple?
Are you serious? It's like the best combo ever. Yeah.
Bro, opposites attract, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Really?
You know how much money we make?
No, she's broke. I got the bread. I think he makes more.
No.
I got you.
You know how many gift cards I've redeemed?
Oh shit, you're
Yeah.
You can't tell him our side hustle.
The gift cards were promised to us 3,000 years ago.
I guess they are.
So I just had to show that, and I think it's definitive Gen Z humor right there. I got a kick out of it. The gift cards were promised to us 3,000 years ago. Pretty good stuff. And we are joined by Eric, Dreaded Dinosaur. Good to see you, brother.
Eric,
How you doing?
what's up?
Happy to have you here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great to have you. Yeah, we're just getting into the first initial lighthearted memes before we get into the heavy-hitting subjects. And we're going to be talking Daughter's Revenge here in a bit, too. Hope you might be able to give some insight. I think you were pretty involved in that book.
Yeah, I had a small role.
What'd you say? Small role, yeah. And just a couple more
Made his
memes, and then
part.
we're going to be... Yeah, little part. We're going to be getting into
Not
a
before
couple
we go
more
too
bigger
far,
things.
but yeah, points to him for wearing a shirt, being Jewish, that says the top Jew in big, bold fucking print in public.
Very true. Yes. Very
Well,
true. Yeah, I
as
mean,
the-
pretty ballsy. Yeah.
As the saying goes, I think the kids are all right. So
I think so too. Because what was it? 10 years ago, people would have been crying racism
Oh,
and
yeah.
offensive,
Oh, yeah,
and this, they would have
100%.
canceled them. Now it's like, you know, we can laugh at our differences. That's perfectly fine. People realize this, and that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. So it's a good thing. I think, as you said, the kids are all right. Had to show this. I think Lex, I think you may have sent this to me. This is a real, totally not AI clip of President Trump testifying what it was like when they captured Maduro, President Maduro of Venezuela. Totally real clip. Pardon any foul language. It's part of the meme, but let's show this real quick.
I see like 3, 4 niggas running through the crib, all black, mask on, running through the crib and shit. One nigga run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. All the niggas run out the door, they run out the door. This nigga on the floor.
Totally real. Totally real. Not AI. Not AI
Very
whatsoever.
believable.
Yes.
That sounded like
Very
Allen
much so.
Iverson or some shit.
no, that's
Yeah.
that's absolutely Trump's vernacular right there. Like, don't you guys
He's a man
remember
of
all
the
of his
people.
speeches?
He is. He is the first black president, after all.
Hey, he was in almost every hip hop video song back in the day.
There you
He's
go.
from the streets.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
man.
know.
The thing is, I see Trump moving like that. I couldn't see. I could
Yes.
see him gesticulating like that.
I could almost see him saying that too, to be honest. Like
Yeah,
if he
me
got in the
too.
right mood.
You know, it's these Democrats. Oh, go to the polls, no matter how many times you tell once.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's perfect though, and got a kick out of it. So, moving on. This week there was a big push for MAHA, Make America Healthy Again, and I'd like to get everyone's opinion on this. RFK, I think, is kind of killing it. It took about a year to really get things moving, but we officially have a new government-sponsored food pyramid, and I think it's in the right direction. So. This was posted by the White House account, Make America Healthy Again, RFK, the famous meme template. We are ending the war on protein. Pretty based. You know, they've been pushing carbs and grains and seed oils and garbage for years now. And that's why everybody's sick and sick and dying.
Turns
And-
out that demonizing fats and proteins led people to sugar
Yes.
and carbs, and we're in the predicament we're in
Yeah.
now.
The whole cow
Absolutely.
farts thing, this commie trash they're pushing on people.
I will
Well,
not
you-
drink. I will not drink the soy slop. That's
I
all
will
I'll
not eat
say.
the bugs.
I will
No.
not eat the bugs. I will own where I live. Fuck you.
Absolutely right.
Well,
Absolutely
it's
right.
funny. It's funny because Ryan did his McDonald's burrito yesterday.
watched
so
that
wonder,
last night,
I
yes.
wonder if that would fall under, RFK's pyramid.
Can you
Sorry,
remind us,
Ryan.
Hauser, what
I don't think Ryan's
Ryan-
down with the
Ryan-
RFK thing.
Rod took it a little too literal. Food pyramid, his food into
Yes.
a pyramid.
Jesus.
Yes, he took it a little too literally. Cole Hauser, can you remind us what was in that burrito that Ryan Kendall made last night?
So he had chicken McNuggets,
Okay.
cheeseburgers,
Okay.
French fries.
Fries, yep.
He had his cheese sauce, and his what's it called, the ranch.
Ranch, yes.
And then-
Hidden Valley
and-
Ranch, yep.
And then he was complaining because they only gave him 3 napkins.
Look, I understand when a
what's
man.
All you get these days. Times are hard.
I understand
Was
when a
he
man's got
eating the
cravings
napkins
sometimes
too?
because, like, I'll either have a Baconator or I'll buy a McChicken and a McDouble and give myself a nice McGangbanger. But Jesus,
No ranch
Yeah,
sauce, bro. Like,
but
I don't
wrap-
care how drunk you are. I ain't eating
It
that.
sounds like the one Dune redubbing, the hamburger,
Yes,
cheese,
Big Mac, Big Mac,
Yep.
Can I have everything on the menu? Like,
But then he rolled it
No.
all up and ate the whole
Yeah,
thing
he
on
rolled
his
it all up in a
Yes.
wrap and he just ate
Oh, I
it.
went with some Big Mac sauce, though. He should have got a side of that.
Well, what was his goal again? Dead by 55?
50.
I think
he's
dead
lowered
by
it. Yeah,
50.
he's lowered it to 50 by now. Yes,
In this
And,
case, that might actually take it another 5 years off.
could be. I wanted to just
We
mention
ordered
too
the
because
Diet
Eric,
Coke just for the lulls.
That's true.
because Eric, I'm always seeing you post some really cool food stuff. You've always got your coffee and bacon in the morning and stuff. You really good posts on that. What are your thoughts? I mean, obviously this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, no,
great to see.
it's not perfect, but anything in the right direction is way better than what we did have, because the
Absolutely,
old food pyramid was engineered just to sell more medicine for big pharma.
absolutely
Damn
right.
right.
Yeah.
More shots
Keep
and
us
pills.
sticking on the
Yes.
dole.
Yep. What do they say? A cured patient is a lost customer, I believe is the phrase.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
that's-
salad
that sounds like
is.
Pfizer.
Yeah, yeah.
That
So
it
it's better,
does.
it's better to have a continuous treatment, because I work in pharma, but it's better to have a continuous treatment than it is to have a cure. Because if you have a cure, you know,
Yes.
the patient doesn't need it anymore.
One and done.
Yep.
Absolutely right. And that's what it is. It's a racket. It's a business. It's not about healing people or improving lives.
Well,
And
do you
I'm just-
remember? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, if you remember Chris Rock's stand up when he said there's no money in the cure.
Very true. What there's no profit to be made in just telling people to eat healthy,
Yeah.
unless you're selling food, but that's not a high profit margin. But a shot that costs a few $1,000s, that's probably not good for you. Definitely not good for you. That has a lot of profit, and then they have to keep coming back pretty often.
Yeah,
for
isn't it
their
messed up that like you have
boosters.
to take Ozempic to lose weight rather than just stop?
Well,
shut
you don't
your
have
damn-
to, but people are
shut your
choosing to
damn
because they're
mouth
lazy.
and stop eating shit all the time. Like,
Well, stop eating stuff that makes you want to eat more stuff because it has no nutritional value
Yeah.
for human beings.
Right.
I'll say the best shots I've ever had have came in these tiny little glasses. They're lovely.
Yes, sir.
No needles required. But no, I'd love to see this. The milk mustache, drink whole milk, low fat garbage is not healthy whatsoever. Low fat diets destroy testosterone. This is a fact. And
Yeah.
eating high fat dairy is just it's what God intended.
Yeah,
It's how
yeah.
it's how we're
Honestly, it's
made.
not fat. It's carbs that are killing people.
Well,
It
the real
is.
the real test
Carbs
is
and
seeing
sugar.
if RFK Jr. is actually going to push for raw milk. That'll be the real test.
Yeah, that would be.
I would love to
wonderful.
see that.
Mhm.
I'd love to see that and make it available nationwide. But you know who's not going to like that is the doctors. Like this, avoid steak for your heart and wear sunscreen. So these are the type of people that are going to be protesting this quite severely.
Gosh, he looks so
And-
healthy.
Oh, he looks healthy. The double D cup size on that male doctor. It's just totally taking his
Yeah,
advice.
he's
I would
fully
just say-
transitioned there.
I live in
Might be.
Florida where that second part might be wise. I don't do that either. And my skin has
Yeah.
adapted to the point I'm outside most of the day during the summer.
Yes.
I'm working 4 days outside. I don't wear sunscreen and I'm at the point I don't burn anymore. And I don't
Yeah,
know how well my
exactly.
camera is picking it up. I'm pretty fucking white.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
is that
you
glowing
That's
thing
also
in
a big reason
person?
why we keep having you on, Batlaw, too.
Totally different breed of white people down there.
Sometimes the seed oils.
It is the seed oils, exactly.
Yep.
Yes. When I started cutting out a lot of seed oils, I stopped burning. I'm a pretty white guy myself, and those seed oils get into your
Allegedly.
skin, and they're essentially plastic, and it burns and turns into burnt plastic, which is
But
sunburned.
even if I wasn't like exercising most of the day through work and everything else, I ain't stopping eating steak because you tell me to, fat ass.
Yeah, exactly. These are the people saying, eat your whole wheat pasta and put aside the steak.
Yeah, I mean, his thing turned into a vagina a long time ago.
This is probably very true. Probably very true. And
That's
who
what
needs,
happens when you stop eating steak.
who needs
His
transitioning
audience is
surgeries?
My
Yeah, when
favorite
you have seed
food
oils.
pyramid meme was he came from one of the Lord of the Rings accounts, and it was this, and it said, "Wow, for the first time, the health department put out a food pyramid that includes for infants and children," and then it just had the picture meats back on the menu.
Meats back on the menu. Yeah. Oh, that's the perfect response. To this.
No,
boys.
I remember
See-
the South Park one, the flip it upside down. Flip it upside down.
Exactly. They predicted this. And that's what we did. Look at that. Vegetables and fruits in the upper right, protein, dairy, healthy fats upper left, and at the bottom, in the most minimal sense, grains, which is where they belong at the bottom, very minimal.
They
Or
belong
not at
in
all.
horses
Yes.
and cattle, not in humans.
Only poor people
Very
eat
true.
rice. I mean, come on, man. Like,
The hell are you trying to say? I have rice with every meal in my household.
And
Says the brown man. Yes.
Well, you know,
But
we,
I'm
we
eating
ate
steak and
grains for
shrimp,
thousands
homie.
of years too. It's just
Yes.
they didn't have glyphosate all over them.
Right. No,
Very
that's
true.
that's the
Yes.
biggest thing. Is that like a lot of the grains that we used to have before was more natural. Now they're
Yes.
shoving all kinds of chemicals into it.
That's why even
100%.
China is hesitant to import rice when they need it desperately.
Yes, and you know, they still have it in like places like Italy and other countries in Europe where the grain is still decent. Obviously, you don't want to gorge on it, but in these other places where they don't tamper with their food, chemically speaking,
Well,
you can still eat it.
what I'm trying
you
to
know?
tell people is that really rice and noodles and all that crap is pretty much just filler. You're not
It
getting
is, yes.
you're not getting jack out of it, to be honest.
It is.
like if and you know, there's a lot of people that are, well, you know, the full meat diet is this or that or whatever. I mean, that's cool, but basically it's meat and vegetables where you get all the real stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
like I
That's
know
where it's at,
here, like we have a big Italian population where I am, and when I've had actual Italian pasta, I don't feel bloated. But if I have the generic pasta, you can only eat so much. So
Absolutely, yes.
You know.
Yeah, you don't feel sick and bloated and
yeah,
all that
it's
garbage.
all the chemicals they
Right.
put into it.
It is. That
And
single
then I was
ingredient
reading
pasta, what is it
today
called? Durham
that,
wheat or something? Yeah.
Grocery stores are spraying chemicals on their organic foods to make them last longer in the shelves.
I believe it.
Right.
I believe it.
yeah,
totally
and it does
cancels
keep
it
you,
out.
but it keeps you from sickness. But at some point, it's like is too much. You know, like
It's true.
you gotta eat fresh at some point. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Farmers market.
But no, I'm just. Oh, go
Damn
ahead.
right.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just happy to see this. It's a step in the right direction, and finally, the ship is being steered in a sensible direction. I'm happy to see it, and that's kind of the end of that. I wanted to touch on this for a minute. If we all know, do you guys remember the lectern guy? The Adam Johnson, the gentleman who he borrowed. He's a free furniture mover from January 6th.
Yes, I
He follows
remember.
me on X as well.
Yeah,
Adam's a pretty
at
cool guy.
Lectern guy, I think, or something like
Lectern
that.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been
Yep.
following him for a while too.
He's running for office.
Florida
in
man.
Florida. So New York Post was not happy about this, obviously, because they're liberal retards. So they wrote it here: pardoned January 6th, as they say, rioter who hauled Nancy Pelosi's lectern around U.S. Capitol. He moved it a few feet. Boo-hoo. Launches run for Florida office, so he's running for county commissioner, District 6 at large, Florida. So Tim
For
Pool,
Manatee County. Does anyone know where Manatee County is? That law?
isn't that
I think it's
like South Florida? I think.
around 10, but I'm not
Okay, I see.
certain.
I just want to give a big shout out to. We're getting an Angry Badger.
Hey, Angry Badger.
Thank you
raid.
so much, Raiders. Everybody for stopping by. Great to see you all. We're getting into some current events and news for the week, and big shout out to Badger 250th Inside the Badger Den stream tonight. So
What a
you'll
legend.
love to see
Very
it. You'll love
nice.
to see people on our side winning, and thank you all for your support and stopping by. So yes, hail Badger. Thank you all for being here. We're just getting into this lectern guy, officially endorsed by Tim Pool. So I wanted to contrast this with what I said afterwards. Tim Pool says here, I formally endorse Adam Johnson in his race for county commissioner. Adam is a good man and has proven his ability to persevere through hardship to do what is right. If you don't remember, he was a January 6th political prisoner for a very long time. He was locked up, held away from his family, not allowed to even seek legal help. It was persecution. And Tim says he will do the work to help the people in need, and I believe he will not let the people of Manatee County down. So just real quick, juxtapose this with my post. I shared this. Hey, Florida, if you don't vote for him, then you're gay. And he reposted that, which I appreciate.
Short and
it's
sweet,
true.
right to the point.
It's true, though.
But
So what do you guys think? Of all people, I hope he wins. That's for sure.
Well, we just started. We were talking about
look-
the health of everybody, and now we're talking about voting for Manatee County.
Yeah, yeah.
it's I looked it up. It's south of St. Petersburg, so it's in
Okay.
the Tampa area, but like
Okay.
25
West
minutes
Coast.
south. Yeah, Gulf
Okay.
Coast,
Okay.
Gulf of America.
so-
Oh, Gulf Coast. Gulf
Yeah.
of America. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But, I really hope Adam wins because, he's a good follow on X, really based dude, family man. He's a unashamed Christian. I really want more people like that in office, and I hope he wins. So that's that for that. Pretty good stuff. You love to see it. And best wishes to Adam. Might even have to
Need more
donate
like
to
him.
his campaign. We need more like him. We need more men who are patriotic and pro-God, pro-family, pro-America standing up. You love to see
Yeah,
it.
and we need more people in the local elections because I just saw a tweet by Quarter Black. He said he's going to get involved in the local elections.
For real?
because That's where
Oh,
you need to.
Very
That's
nice.
where you need to be.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's,
I didn't
he's
Very
been
nice.
know
politically
that.
charged
I didn't
for a
know that.
while because he was on Steven Crowder. If y'all don't
Crowder
know.
for years, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
And has the Blaze shows. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did not know that. Thank you, Cole. So Quarter Black Garrett is going to be thinking about running for office. That's super cool. We're going to have to follow that on the show because Quarter Black's a really cool guy. And
Well, no, I wouldn't say running for office, but he said he wants to help locally.
help
yeah.
locally. Yes, okay, okay.
Working
But
in
that's
local
good. That's-
elections. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where you make the biggest difference locally.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
And
That's
I know
fantastic.
Gary always says that vote local.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All in local in your local.
Always
pay
know
attention.
your local politicians,
Yeah.
know who's
Yes.
running, know
Your
who
school
they are.
committees, everything.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a reason why there's all these trans flags at every church in my neighborhood is because people don't get involved.
It's very true. And I would argue Magnum too, those are not churches. Those are synagogues of Satan that have turned their
Pretty
back
much.
on Christ a long time ago. A long time ago.
At
Oh,
this
yeah.
point, yeah.
Yes,
That's crazy.
100%.
I can't
It
believe
is.
it.
I just wait for the FAFO and what happens when they try to fly one over a mosque. That day will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
think
believe the
they
proper
cut-
term is it'll be biblical. When
No,
that's
they
It'll be
cut,
biblical.
they cut
It'll-
Judgment Day out of the Bible, apparently.
It'll be explosive. It'll be explosive. Just wanted to show this real quick. Pretty base. We're just going to touch on ICE for a minute. This has been big. I'm a really big fan of this guy. Breaking ICE to deploy another 1,000 agents in Minnesota. And here he is. Border Commander Greg Bovino. Let's zoom in on this. Stays ice cold, pun intended, while a deranged leftist harasses him at Target. At Target. They hate him. Deranged lefty thug screams, "You're a bitch." They're talking about his wife. Disgusting. So you can't even walk in Target as a public servant without being harassed by these people. It's disgusting. Look at this. This man's a public servant protecting our border.
You can't do shit to me. You can't do a thing to me. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Nobody fucking wants you here. Right, get the fuck out.
We're going to mute it. That's enough of hearing that's nonsense. But isn't that disgusting? That guy is protecting our border, and they treat him like that. Disgusting.
You
Depraved.
seen where the guy sprayed the guy with mace?
Yeah,
on
we saw
Twitter.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
But,
and
it's...
Sorry,
Go
no,
ahead,
I actually commented on this tweet. I can't remember who tweeted it out, but I remember commenting on it. So I said some
I
gamer
can take.
words.
Let me take a look.
I said a
I can't
gamer
show the
word.
replies
Yeah.
too openly on X.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yes.
considering the guy that was actually shouting at him, I'm not surprised you would use a gamer
All
word,
right.
especially for him.
Cole Hauser, you're more than welcome to say this. You're more than welcome. I think you're the only one that can. So.
Well,
I'm
according to
pulling it
Jay, Magnum can.
That's true. Magnum
And I
or
do
Cole
Jay
Hauser.
did say
every
he thought he was-
time I open my mouth. I do.
Yeah, there it is.
And I liked it. Yes, you're more than welcome. But you guys can read it on screen. And I responded with this. So based department,
Of course.
yes. So flawless
Oh,
victory.
man.
Yep, summed it up perfect, Hauser. Perfectly. It's very true. And I have to give you a jump scare warning. So you've been warned.
Oh boy.
This man is not
Oh.
too happy with ICE. So let's check this out for a moment. Gonna check the audio on this.
I just
check
wish it
out.
wasn't
not too happy with
sneezing.
ICE.
I watched the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is gonna say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran at her car, holding on to their guns, and then they shot her when she tried to drive away. She wasn't trying to ram anyone. She was trying to get away from a dangerous...
Well, that's enough of that. We're gonna take
By
that off the
running,
screen.
is
But,
a Wendy's.
running the officer over. Yes.
yes,
They
this is a
matter.
Wendy's. Yes.
Who caused this situation again?
Yes, exactly.
She
The
wasn't
people trying to
ram
enforce the
them.
law.
Yeah, she was trying to drive away. There just happened to be someone in front.
There just happened to be someone
I'll
standing next to
say
her.
this shit right now. For that person, Scott Pressler has better hair than you, and it's not even fucking close.
Facts.
You know, I
100%.
remember I was saying this morning, and like, okay, if I'm driving and there's a car accident and there's police there, what would happen if I just pulled into that area and just parked there? They're gonna say the first thing they're gonna say, "Are you an idiot? What are you doing here? Leave."
Exactly. 100%.
You know, that's the whole point.
On top of that, if they look at it, she had been harassing ICE for 3 to 4 hours, and they finally just said fucking enough, and they were going to detain her, which they probably should have did after the first fucking hour.
Yeah, the only reason that she was allowed
3
to
or 4
do
hours.
what she was doing is because they didn't arrest her soon enough.
3 or 4 hours is the patience of a fucking saint for somebody constantly cutting you off and blocking the fucking road.
Yeah,
She brought this on herself. That's all it is.
That is a
And
fact,
it could've been
Cole Hauser. She
simple,
did it
like,
to herself,
hey,
unfortunately.
We've done this for 2 hours. Maybe we just pack up for the rest of the day, considering fucking who knows Soros or actually probably the tax we're paying paid for that shit.
Like I look at myself. I'm a pretty big guy. I am not going to go fight a guy bigger than me because it's common sense.
Exactly.
So when I see federal agents with guns, am I going to take the chance and just walk over? No, I'm going to be somewhere else.
That's the thing too, is that like it doesn't have to be somebody that's bigger than you. It's just got to be somebody with a fucking gun. As soon as you see that he's packing, are you really going to take that risk? No, and I don't know how many times I can repeat this. As the resident ANCAP here who really hates the government, even I understand that's a losing fight. If you're unarmed and the other guy's armed,
yes.
Well, I
you
think
really
she has
only
a Napoleon complex, like a lot of people have. Like me and Cole, we have to watch what we do because we're large males. You know what I'm saying? And being a bouncer or whatever, and I can't just walk around and I can't even look at a cop funny before they'll look at me as a threat.
Well, it's just a matter of giving respect where respect is due. You respect authority, respect force, and like Sal mentioned, let me pull up this chat. Who was it?
While you're
Speaking
pulling
of
that
them,
up, though, it's also about the monopoly on violence. When people are authorized to carry guns, that means they're authorized to use deadly force.
There you
go.
There ain't no
Don't mess
coming
with
back.
somebody-
There's a reason it's called deadly.
If they have an actual
100%.
duty pistol on their hip and if they're on duty, don't fuck with them, please.
100%.
Well, and
100%.
another thing is all their influencers and the news and everything is telling them that these aren't police officers, that they're
not legitimate.
They're not legitimate officers, that they can't arrest you. No, they are federal agents. They can enforce any federal law that you break in front of them, which includes impeding their work.
That
1,000%.
That pretty much supersedes the state laws. That's just kind of the reality of it.
And even with that, it's basically chartered because of what is it? Freaking the 10th Amendment and superseding. They can detain you without arresting you or charging you for up to 24 hours. Now, granted, they have to feed you during this time and make sure there is a level of comfort attained, but they can put you in the back of a squad car for several hours before that even occurs to them.
And I think a lot of this boils down to is if you have nothing better to do than harass law enforcement while they're executing upon their duties throughout the day, get a freaking life. Especially if you're someone that, you have kids, go tend to your kids, get out of the street, stop being a punk, go home, get a life. Or maybe that's actually that's actually their job.
Did
Maybe
you guys
that's how
hear
they make a living.
what school her child was going to?
No, I don't.
It was total leftist, hellhole school.
Shocking. What were you saying, Eric? Yep.
Whenever something happens, it seems like there's an entire army of these losers with signs out in force.
And
So
the
you
thing
have
is,
to
the
go ahead and
signs
start them up.
are sometimes a little similar, and the pallets of bricks and all the stuff that shows up, it just makes you wonder. This isn't even up for question anymore.
It's always the same phrases over and over again. I wonder why.
The most likely answer, Eric, is that if anything, a lot of this is just coordinated by NGOs, by some of the politicians.
Paid for by our tax
that's gonna be
dollars.
the likely, almost guaranteed answer.
China,
100%.
Sorry.
Divide and conquer pretty much always works.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
The different string, same puppets, different strings. Or
Yes, yes, and with these paid protesters, they're just making it 10 times worse for law enforcement. And I'm trying to pull this up. I wanted to show it's relevant. The other night they were chanting, "Here it is, here it is." This is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. So these paid agitators, which is what they are, and if YouTube doesn't like it, that's too bad. They were last night chanting in the middle of New York City, Kristi Noem will hang. That's what they were chanting en masse. And save a life, KILL ICE is what they were saying. So we're going to check it out. Pretty horrible stuff. Democrats endorse this rhetoric. The organizers of this must be imprisoned fully.
I just have one question for these people. How much fraud is acceptable? We're at like $172 billion. What's the number that's too high for them?
They accept it when it's non-whites doing it. But
they hate America and they want to tear this place down. That's the whole point.
100%.
But then they'll bitch at the same time about, oh, well, billionaires need to pay their fair share. And it's just like, why would they?
Yeah,
I would get out of it. If I knew my tax dollars, if I knew I could get rid of or not pay them because they were going to that, you're damn right I'd find a way not to pay them.
They're like the top 1% pays like 99% of the taxes.
Yeah,
well,
there's that too.
And when you think about, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Cole. Yeah.
Well, no, I was just going to say, and when you think about it, when these people start complaining about, oh, you got to raise billionaires, why aren't they paying more? The NGOs, they're not giving, or the politicians, they're not giving any of that money to these people. They're basically, they'll give them this for protesting or whatever, but that's about it.
Yeah, you're taking power out of the hands of the people when you tax the living hell out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they want to eliminate the middle class, as we've learned. And let's just hear this for a second. Discussing this happening in New York City last night. So we don't need to hear the rest of that nonsense. But that's what they're saying about Kristi Noem and a lady, mind you.
Didn't even have basic rhythm.
No, they're without rhythm, fully, yes. And disgusting stuff, though. It's just horrible. But this is what the leftists think in our country. They're radicalized and engaged to be violent.
It's funny. I can get 10 of my good friends, big guys too, walk into that crowd and start shit up, and they wouldn't do a thing because they'd all be running, guaranteed.
100%.
They just start screaming, "Where's the police? Where's the police?"
Exactly.
Yeah. Call a social worker, bitch.
Give them something to chant about.
Exactly.
Get their priorities straight. Moving on from ICE, we're going to talk about just some of the foreign stuff for a minute. Then we're going to get into, we're going to talk about Daughter's Revenge, which we're all very anxious to hear about. I just wanted to show this. This is hilarious. Justin, this is from Pauly Market. If Restream will pull it up on this screen. Venezuelans who fled to America are sending Maduro prison mail, trolling their former dictator with memes. So physical memes in person on paper.
I've seen this one.
How perfect is that? Man, it's just the cat with the finger pointing at the camera. I mean, you love it. You love it. To Nicolas Maduro. Let's see what they said. What is it? Can you read that by any chance, Ronan?
Yes, I can. That says Feliz Año te desea los venezolanos, basically saying like Happy New Year from us Venezuelans.
Yep.
Una carta de mensajes anónimos, I think, para Nicolás Maduro Moros, a card of messages that we have made for Nicolás Maduro Moros. Quien ahora está en Nueva York. Who is now in New York.
Yes.
And it's just
that's what they send them.
Yeah,
that's what they send them.
Basically saying Happy New Year. We all of us Venezuelans are sending you this nice little letter.
Yeah, the sad part about it is that he probably murdered their uncle or something.
Yeah,
that's the sad part.
More than likely, unfortunately, yeah. But I think that's hilarious. Memers will save the world, in my opinion. Memes are how we win, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Memes in the physical form, and just the last thing on Venezuela, while we're talking about it. This could very well be propaganda. I'm not claiming to speak facts here on any of this. This is just something that was sent to me from New York Post. Obviously, take it for as you will. So it's alleged that the U.S. may have used powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during Maduro raid, according to supposedly a witness account. So that's very interesting. You know, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy-minded individual. Secret weapons, secret energy weapons, that could be cool stuff. So just quickly, Washington. The U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through the nose, and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture Nicolas Maduro, according to a witness account posted
Justin
Saturday
Bieber
on
album?
X. Yeah, by White House press secretary. So that aside, makes you think Havana syndrome right off the bat. That's the type of thing. Energy weapons, microwave weapons, whatever it may be.
Sonic
But
weapons, most likely.
Sonic weapons, yeah. That type of stuff.
I'm gonna say if it's Venezuelans seeing this, it's probably just a common fucking rifle at that point, or something
could
to
be.
that
No, it's-
effect. And
it was-
as for the radar system turned off, we probably just like shut off their power for not paying the bill.
It was just a photo of
100%.
Whoopi Goldberg. You know,
Could be. Yeah, they held up a picture. No, they on the loudspeaker they put Whoopi's voice. That's what it was. Yeah,
Whoopi's
Sonic
voice
weapon.
and pictures of Rosie O'Donnell.
look at me,
Oh.
child. I'm sexy, child.
They played Yoko Ono on their Sonic weapons.
That's what did it on the loudspeakers.
That'll do it. I like the most realistic scenario is this probably an LRAD system that they use, like an experimental LRAD system, just to be able to cause this kind of damage to them.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it is something more crazy. I used to have a guidance counselor in high school who actually had a family that was working in Area 51. So he was more or less like privy to know what was actually going on in there. They were working on all kinds of experimental weaponry and tech and like vehicles. That's why they had to, and yes, I know I'm going to burst everyone's bubble here. That's why they had to fake the whole UFO crash in Roswell and everything, because they were trying to basically use that as a red herring to the fact that, yes, they were working on experimental aircraft over in Area 51. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if they're using some crazy bleeding edge stuff for Venezuela that's going to scare the shit out of
It wouldn't shock
Yeah,
me.
so aliens
America.
do exist, but they're the ones that created it.
Aliens do exist, and they're in Minnesota opening daycares right now as we speak. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I remember.
Leering centers. It's not
Leering centers.
They
Leering
are
centers.
leering at the state of Minnesota, and they're not leering a lot.
Very true. Cole Hauser.
Yeah, and they're not
So
smarter than us either. So yeah.
So I remember during the first Desert Storm, and I remember watching the news, and I think it was CNN, or because CNN was showing wall-to-wall coverage. But I remembered they went back to the G.I. Joe cartoon, and they were showing G.I. Joe episode. They were this was on CNN. They were showing G.I. Joe like the bridge layer and a whole bunch of stuff, because they're saying,
right.
because I've never saw a bridge layer before until I saw G.I. Joe. And then when you see it in real life, you're like, okay, hey, I saw that in G.I. Joe. So I remember they were doing that. So they're showing, all of these crazy, funky weapons and stuff like that. So
Yes.
It
Yeah,
was-
it's
it was
pretty cool
pretty cool.
stuff. I mean, and this guard is alleging, describing how American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier, using technology unlike anything he has ever seen or heard. And we're just going to
Well,
leave it there, but
they wiped out a lot
American
of
supremacy.
Cubans soldiers too.
They did, and also it was kind of ironic there was Chinese ambassadors there at the same time. So
Right.
they got to report back to the CCP, hey, pretty crazy stuff going on in American military.
Well, see, and this is why I this is just my opinion, but even if China were to launch on Taiwan, I think Taiwan would give them a bloody nose like there was no tomorrow with their Aegis cruisers and stuff like that.
Especially with our help,
Agreed.
especially with
You
our
know.
help, and what a lot of people don't understand the difference between an American soldier and a Chinese soldier is that we actually joined the fight on purpose, and they're joining the fight with a gun to their head. There's a difference between that type of soldier,
Very true. Very true. Just two more quick little subjects. Lex, if you want to chime in on this, then we're going to get into Daughter's Revenge here in a second. Lex, you sent me this. This went viral this week. 32 million views on X. Pretty crazy stuff. Lex, if you want to take over on this, you're more than welcome to. Let's check it out. So this is breaking from the UAE.
Oh yeah, this.
Yes. You wanna
I
say
just
you're
find
the
this-
one that sent this to me.
I find this just to be so funny that this, so the UAE is taking away funding for citizens who want to study over foreign abroad, like their own students who want to go to the UK to study,
Right.
Because they think and I'm going to take their word for it, that their own citizens are being radicalized by the Muslim Brotherhood there in the UK. I looked it up. They're going to continue any funding for people who are already there studying, but they're cutting it off from sending it to anybody new. And I just think what absolute upside down clown world do I live in where Muslim countries are having their own citizens get radicalized more into like dangerous threats in the United Kingdom? Like,
That's insane.
I mean, I can believe it, but if you had said that to someone in the UK 100 years ago, they would have said something completely incoherent because they're British, but they would have never believed you.
Very true.
Well, here's
Very
the thing: is all the Muslims that Europe is getting are the people that the Arab states and the Muslim states probably don't want in their countries anyway. So they're leaving to go to Europe.
Just like the South American countries that dump their mental asylums and prisons out into
Exactly.
our country.
Same
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
Once upon a time,
That's what I'm
they
thinking.
would have sent their citizens there because it's like, go to the UK. We'll go to these really prestigious universities. We want the best for our own citizens.
Yes.
And now their citizens are coming back and they're like, wow, our citizens are A, not smarter than they were when they left, and B, they are now threats to us. No, thanks. We'll try. We'll do it. You know what? We can do it ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty great. And when you think of it, if this keeps going on and ethnic replacement and everything in the UK could be the first nuclear-powered Islamic nation, possibly, if we go generations down this road.
That's
So it's
terrifying.
worth
Well,
taking note of,
there's already
Pakistan.
Pakistan. So.
Pakistan.
That's
Well, I remember JD talked about that too because from a Western country,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, very true. No, it's just something to be aware of, and we can say, no, it's all the way over there across the ocean. We
Right.
don't have to worry about it. It's worth keeping tabs on. And as well as you sent me this, Ronan, breaking U.S. State Department instructs Americans to leave Iran. So, yeah. Well
Essentially, what's
noted.
happening is over the past week or so, Iran has essentially been going through another Iranian revolution. Let's put it that way. So, you guys remember the 1979 Iranian revolution where the Shah of Iran was essentially removed. They ended up putting the Ayatollah instead in power. And then that brought forth, of course, the hostage crisis where several American and Canadian citizens were basically trapped in the embassy. They had to, invoke an entire operation. That's how you get the movie Argo as well. But putting that aside,
That's very true, yes.
now Iran is essentially going through another revolution. This time it's the citizens, the Iranian and Persian citizens who are very much getting sick and tired of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard taking control of the country. Now they're not only just taking to the streets and protesting against them, they've actually decided to take up arms and are actively in combat against the IRGC. They are actually fighting them in the streets. They've already gone and killed several major police commissioners and officers, detectives who are part of the investigations against the anti-Islamic groups. It's like what Magnum North said in the green room. It's becoming a do or die situation where they have to go all in on this, because if they fail, odds are when the IRGC takes control again, they are going to slaughter everybody. They already have been doing it.
They already did it.
Unfortunately.
They already did it.
I think
No,
there's estimates right now suggesting that the IRGC has probably killed somewhere around 3,000 people. So there's
Insane. And so, as we've mentioned before, like we said in the green room too, a lot of big Christian population in Iran, which people
Yes.
don't realize. And so I'm praying for my brothers and sisters over there and everybody else, pray for the best,
Make
and
Persia
it's-
great again.
Make
yeah,
Persia great
yes,
again. Yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
It's a zero-sum game, and both sides know it. There is no compromise here. It's the winning side will, let's be YouTube friendly, and the losing side.
Right.
It's,
Yes.
there ain't no
Yes.
second place silver medal for this one.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, is this has already happened before. They lost in the past, and what happened was absolute annihilation.
Right.
Yep.
This is also why, from what I've been seeing, Trump has really been suggesting they might actually move in forces into Iran.
It's
And
possible. Yeah.
so keep an eye on that because
possible.
it's going to get wild.
And honestly, I'm way more for that than what they've been doing in the past. You know what I mean? Like
Well, we just wrapping that up, yeah, if we're going to get into something that we can win, crush it, move on. We don't
Yes.
want endless wars,
Yeah.
decades-long wars.
Yeah,
in the
get it
Middle East,
over with.
losing American
Topple
lives.
Same
people
thing.
that
Look,
are your
exactly.
enemies, and then just move.
We
move
do
in
got to
and move out.
put a bow on that, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so needless to say, keep everyone in prayer. And we're going to talk about now, if it's all right with you, Eric, we'd like to talk about Daughter's Revenge. So let me pull up again from the one and only Drunk 3PO, X-Wing, and you did the artwork for. So I'm going to pull up this page so people can have some visual cues while we're discussing it. But Eric, I believe the pre-order campaign has launched as of within this week.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yep,
Correct,
we
Saturday.
launched, on,
Yep.
we launched on Saturday at 5 p.m., 5:10 p.m. maybe.
Fantastic.
And it's been an overwhelming success. I think we're closing in on 900 books sold so far.
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. So guys, I'm going to drop that link in the chat too as well. Make sure you guys definitely order your copy because it's looking good. I can't wait to get mine. I like what I'm reading here, the golden age of piracy in Daughter's Revenge. I like the golden age. Big fan of that.
Yes.
Naganol, thank you for dropping that in the chat. Save me the trouble. You want to give us a little insight as to what this means? Because we're going to read through the article, but the golden age of piracy in Daughter's Revenge, what is... We've had you on before. We went over the synopsis, but just to those who are new here, looking to order, what's a quick little summary of what this book is about and what your part in it too?
So the time period is also the golden age of piracy. So that's the early 1700s when you had a lot of people who were, they were war fighters. They knew nothing else but that. They knew how to fight, and they knew how to sail, and they became pirates. And so this is very, very early on in that timeline. And the other tide of the golden age is my inspiration for the art style came from the golden age comics of pirates. So you get it's 2 for 2 there.
2 for 2.
Nice.
Yeah. No, because that's a fantastic era of comic books as well, and the artwork is just stunning. And honestly, kudos to you because this is some sharp work.
Thank you.
Really love the art style, and I can't wait to feel it on paper. Really get it in person and in hand. That's going to be fantastic. I love the attention to detail. It's just great because I haven't been following comics for probably 10, 15 years now. Especially New 52 stuff. I liked it as a kid. I was into it, but especially the art, it's just doesn't catch my eye. Any of the new stuff whatsoever. Forget about the woke stuff, the nonsense, the garbage stories. Forget about that. Just even the art, it's not there for me. And stuff like this from Rippaverse, from you guys, you love to see it, and it's pretty cool to see. So.
I'm always impressed that like a lot of guys on our side and even a lot of guys around this corner of the internet always tend to actually have quite the artistic bone, shall we say, right? So like you mentioned earlier, you got Rippaverse, Eric Hires, guys like Cliff Richards, and they had Gabe El Taib, and they got the Saska sisters and everybody to like help not just write, but to also like create and do the artwork and everything. Eric here with the really impressive artwork for Daughter's Revenge, and even other indies like I hope you don't mind me dropping some names, but like Mark Pellegrini and Timothy Lim, they do a book series called Common America. Yes.
Nice.
It's a really good like all ages kind of book. It's based on like Super Sentai stuff, based on like Captain Marvel, more Miss Marvel than Captain Marvel, which is really good. Characters are attractive, but the story's also really good. And it's full of a lot of fun patriotism. So it's great seeing a lot of people on our side of the aisle really being able to make comic books like how they used to be.
And I would say also it's not necessarily just about our side of the aisle. Of course, obviously.
Right.
I'm a very political leaning person. That's not a secret. I lean to the right heavily on a lot of stuff. But it's not so much that I need to see my worldview in this stuff. I think it's just to say I don't want to see the radical left woke garbage. You want timeless storytelling.
You don't want them to dominate the space.
Exactly.
It just needs to be entertainment. Doesn't have to be politics that align with us. It just needs to be really entertaining. Something that we can all get behind.
Golden age
and
of
Eric, would you say
piracy
that this incorporates a lot of that timeless sort of storytelling? I wasn't aware of all this, the origin in conjunction with the last Disney Indiana Jones movie and the disappointment from that. Just to like elaborate, it says here the Jonathan Reed, that's the main character, just the general synopsis. The article is on geeksandgamers.com, but what would you like to tell the viewers about, like, the general gist of what they can expect from the story?
You never know where an idea is going to formulate from, and to X-Wing and 3PO's credit, you know, a lot of the bad schlocky movies that we're getting force-fed with characters we love, you know, it can spur you to really start to think about what would you do differently. So that was the genesis here for really wanting to take that archetype of a Harrison Ford style, you know,
Swashbuckler.
Han Solo, Indiana Jones style swashbuckling character, and give him a real personality, give him a real motive for living or for surviving. And in this story, you know, he's a man of faith. He's a godly man. He serves the crown. He does everything right, but because of events that unfold in the book, he believes God's leading him down a path to become the very thing he doesn't like, which is, you know, he's a pirate hunter in the beginning.
Really? Okay.
And so there's this descent into a world that doesn't like him, that isn't like him, and he feels like he has to belong to this world to find justice. And one of the things Jay mentioned early on was that conflict that every person of faith has, where it's like you feel like this is the right thing to do, but it might go against what you believe the word tells you to do.
Yeah,
we all kind of run into those.
To be in the world, but not of the world type of.
The path that you follow to get to where you're going is not always fun, I guess. You know.
No, it's not. And frankly, some of the people I know who are strong Christians have got some of the worst backgrounds.
Yes.
You think of.
Yes. Well, God
Absolutely.
uses the most eccentric and some of the most. Look at King David. You know, murder, adultery, everything, and some of the most downtrodden sinners ever. And God will take them up and use them. Saul of Tarsus, you know, becomes the great Apostle Paul. And I think that's what resonates with me with this story a lot. And like I said, I can't wait to read it. 144 pages. It sounds like a bit of a pilgrimage. It sounds like a bit of a pilgrimage story too.
Yeah,
you know, like you said, in a journey of faith. Yeah, Pilgrim's Progress. Yeah,
and this is the perfect response to bad entertainment that we're
Indeed,
seeing.
Jay,
Is like rather than just complaining all the time about how bad everything is, to actually like write it yourself and do stuff. Like, I think it's I commend it. You know, totally
big time. And we need more like this. You know, where it says here from the Ripperson post on X, honor failed him, faith abandoned him, the sea gave him one last choice. So that just immediately draws me in right there, because what we're getting now with these, I would say, horrible stories out of mainstream media. You know, I hate the sympathetic villain. I hate that type of stuff, where people, I'm evil because I'm a victim. You know,
Just
that type of stuff.
misunderstood.
A lot of
Just misunderstood. You know,
It's
I'm
not
not doing it because I'm really
Tony,
bad. I'm a victim.
Tony Soprano
you know.
22.0. Like Tony Soprano is Tony Soprano. There's never going to be another Tony Soprano.
it's not just even like writing sympathetic villains as well too. Like in their attempts to try and make the villains seem like they're victims as well, they have to actively try and drag heroes, like the archetypal heroes that we all know, down to their same level, and just make them be as bad or no different than the villains themselves. It just turns into just morally gray garbage. You know what I
that's
mean?
what happens when you have immoral people writing things that, you know, they shouldn't be writing. So
and the people writing a lot of those stories are not talented.
Yeah,
they can't tell a story that's not a self-insert. So you end up with their distorted view of the world based on their trauma, based on their, you know, however they were damaged and never healed from.
Yeah,
they just want to take revenge on the world that did that to them. So they enjoy destroying characters that we hold dear, and that's why this happens in media. It's like, it's what do you call it? Deconstructivism.
Yes.
Yes,
There you go.
exactly.
Yes.
Like
That's all that it is.
Well, you know what they say: if everyone's a hero, no one is.
Very true. And just like Tolkien said, you know, but the quote about evil, it cannot create good.
Yeah.
It can only tear down what good men have already created. Essentially, I'm abbreviating, but
Yeah.
it's very true. Like you said, the self-insert stuff. I forget what it was. Like I said, I've not been following modern comics, but I recall. I think there was a Starfire DC book series or whatever. And if you know
I am
what
not
Starfire,
Starfire. Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
Teen Titans, didn't they make it was essentially like an obese black lesbian went from like a pale, slim,
it
white
was her
female,
daughter
yeah.
essentially.
Her
And if you
daughter,
take a look at the artist and the creator of that same book, you notice some uncanny resemblances.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
It's kind of crazy. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of crazy, but I'm very glad to see that this is not the case here. We don't need self-inserts of Kathleen Kennedy making the star of the show look just like her, a brunette English woman, of all people. How original! How
Right.
original.
Oh, it
And
goes
it's
deeper
great
than
getting
that.
original stories too.
Yeah,
That's
a little
the thing.
great
Yes.
with Kathleen Kennedy, a brunette British untalented woman.
Yes, who's good at getting coffee for better people. But
Mhm.
yeah, and so obviously this was written by Jay Drunk 3PO and Russ X-Wing. So those are two people. If you watch their streams, you watch their stuff. I'm gonna trust they're putting out a really substantially good story because none of that left agenda. I can imagine.
Hence the
is gonna be
X-wing
inserted into this.
mustache there.
It looks
Yes,
like it.
yes, this looks a little reminiscent. Yeah.
The character actually right there is based off of Blaine from Criticalist.
Oh,
Really? Okay.
I can see the
Fantastic.
resemblance. I very much see the
Fantastic.
resemblance
Yeah, I can
there.
see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Let's see, a ship on fire in the background and someone trying to escape something. Yeah, I can see that being Blaine.
Yes. And Blaine just finished. I wish I had an image pulled up, but the swords. Not Blaine.
X-Wing
X-Wing
just
did.
finished the
The
story.
swords.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish I had an image of that right now, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I can definitely where that's Blaine. Criticalist also a big fan of that site, best review site around. And
And they need
you
our
could, again,
support. So if you're not a member, go ahead and
sign up for Criticalist
sign
as
up.
well,
Absolutely,
definitely.
yes.
If you could give us another, I believe you did last time, Eric, but another insight as to the meaning of the logo here, the Vindicta logo of the skull and traditionally crossbones, but it's two cutlasses and a crown of thorns. The meaning
So,
of that.
without trying to give too much away, the swords that he has are very special in the story.
Okay.
And we really don't get into it too much. You just see what they look like. One has the Archangel Michael and one has the Archangel Gabriel engraved on the guards.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
like
they were
the sound
given
of
to
it.
him by
Very
his
nice.
father, who was a missionary. Not his father, by a bishop. But we don't know more than that. So that's as far as that goes.
Okay.
And of course, the skull with the crown of thorns. This is a Christian Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
I see.
This is
Yes.
a pirate who's a man of God.
Yes.
You had me
Yeah,
at
so-
St. Michael and you had me at Christian Jolly Roger. I definitely want to pick this
I'm
up. Yeah.
fully bought in. Fully bought
Yeah,
into this.
can I
That's
get
just-
can I get that on a sweatshirt, please?
they have the merch
Not
store up.
like
Yeah,
they're-
click the link. They've got the hats. They've got the
Nice.
merch, and I look forward to getting some of that myself. Getting my hands on that stuff. 'cause
Yeah, the hoodie is really nice. You got the
fantastic.
big-
Looking,
you got
looking
that.
forward to it. Living
I
up
got
north
one.
too, we go through hoodies pretty quick, so it's that's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
come in useful. But if I'm going to be repping merch for someone, I want it to be someone who has the values that I share as well. And you love to see it because what do I want to wear? Some Nike logo or something? No. If I could represent something that's a good story but also has a good hint of my faith, a representation of Christ, I would love that. And that's perfectly fantastic to be wearing out in public. And more art here, great work. Looks really good. So this is obviously a battle. Is this them? It looks essentially like them breaching onto another ship, and you don't need to give it away, obviously. But a lot of good art here.
Yeah, his hero's journey from being cut and clean to being, a ruthless privateer, kind of. We get some sequences in the book, but they could all be books themselves. Let's be honest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it sounds like just that 144 pages, which is a lot. That's an extensive.
Yeah,
book
and I
for-
wanted
for
to
a
ask,
story.
Easy.
Eric, I kind of want to ask about the process that Jay and X-Wing put you through. Was it in pieces? Was it, all right, here's what we got written, animate or draw all of this? Or, was it frame by frame, or did they even like describe scenes for you? How did that go?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was we started meeting together late in 2024. They explained to me what the type of look that they wanted for the character. So I started doing some sketches for the main roster. We had a couple of back and forths. It's been very easy working together. We've become very good friends. We play off of each other's strengths very well. And I actually helped X-Wing kind of walk through. This was his first script on getting some formatting down. And we came to a happy medium where he was able to write it like a movie, but break it into scenes. And then I would take those scenes and break them into the paneled pages. So whereas he would break down every little scene, thinking they might be panels, because it's a comic book, some of those panels needed to be full page splash pages. Some of them are the key panel of the story, so that needs to be bigger on the page. So some things got shifted around. So when I'd send pages back, he gives some feedback, and most of the time, he would tell me that I'm just pulling stuff out of his brain. So
it sounds like a very give and take. Iron sharpens iron.
So this is more like making a movie than writing a book. Then you would say.
Well, they had the story down. They had the story kernel. They broke it down into a script that could be a movie, yes. And then I took it and basically it's a storyboard. So, the hope is something like Angel Studios will pick this book up and they get something to shoot from and we can have a movie. Because they would make millions of dollars.
So there's more specific style of writing than just writing a novel, or I guess.
Correct. Yeah. You explain what's going on in the scene. And then anything that kind of gets left out of the script is up to the artist to determine. So there's a few things where, because I had to do a lot of research for this, I spent most of the end of 2024 researching like hell to come up with imagery, things that were vintage from that time period. And there's not a lot. There's some paintings, some etchings, but it's not like they were on Instagram, like, hey, I'm up in a ship,
There wasn't a lot of vloggers back then.
Yeah, no, not too many.
Yeah.
I found a lot of interesting things. One of the things I'm really the most proud of is there's a scene where two of the characters together and one of them is lighting his pipe. And I thought there's got to be some interesting ways that they came up with lighting this stuff. So I did some research, and there was a small parabolic mirror gizmo that they would use to catch the sunlight to light some chaff.
Like an eyeglass.
And use the chaff to light the stick that they would stick in the pipe.
Okay,
So they didn't just flick a bic back then,
Yeah, I think that was called chuffing a pipe or something like that.
Yeah.
Really?
You might be right.
What you learn in Boy Scout school.
Pretty
There's
cool.
this whole
And then
elaborate ceremonial thing is going on for him to light this pipe while they're talking. And that was not in the script. It was just he's smoking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. And then, of course, the swords,
Yeah,
which
the
were
swords.
hand forged by X-Wing.
Forged probably 15 blades. I know he trashed 6 of them because they weren't up to snuff. So we had 6 and they sold out within 5 minutes.
Really? Okay.
I know Hayden
So
got one and Dougie B got one. I wonder who the other lucky 4 are.
Nice. So those are no longer on the market. Yeah.
Well, the one in the middle is Sam Bellamy's sword, and we actually show it in the book. He sent me the hilt, and I drew the hilt in the book on a close-up where Bellamy was fighting. So
are these Spanish? Is a cutlass a Spanish sword, or I'm trying to remember?
It's got some Spanish leanings. It depends on the curve of the blade, I think.
Okay.
And the type of hilt and guard.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of minor details that determine that, but probably a lot of the swords of the sea have a lot of similarities, I bet. And Spain was pretty seafaring, especially at the time. So I can imagine there was a lot of crossover, just like firearms and everything. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, so all 6 of the blades are together, but it's so you said they sold out pretty much immediately. And it goes to show quality will sell. You put out a quality product, people are going to buy it. The market is there. And whether that be for content, media, or, like hand-forged goods like this. And you love to see it. So pretty cool stuff.
And, you know, to X-Wing's credit, he wanted to make these exactly the way they would have been made in the 1700s.
Yes,
Because they could have been cast, they could have been poured, you know,
Doing
make
the
them
original
a little bit
process.
fine. This is all hand hammered steel.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Hammer
they came out
forged steel.
really well. X-Wing did a
genuine
perfect
as you can
job with
get.
it. Yeah.
yeah. Looks fantastic. So that kind of sums that up. I think that's amazing. Thank you again, Eric, for joining us, because we've all been looking forward to this, I think, for easily well over a year now.
Yes.
And yeah, so I'm excited. I think we're all excited. Guys, as you can see, Rizkit and Naganal have been dropping the links in the chat. So definitely, I would say
Everybody
pre-order
out
the
there,
book.
get out in the real world. Tell all your friends that this is something to be a part of, and pick up this next
Yes.
amazing book.
Support good people too. As I always say, we always say, vote with your dollar. You know, where you spend
Yeah.
your money counts. You know, you can vote at the ballot box for your beliefs. You can also vote with your dollar. And current day media makers, mainstream, they don't necessarily believe what we all believe. And so, like, even Steve in the chat, Steve's a great guy. He says here, I'm not a comic book guy, but that looks cool. So I'd say, definitely give it a chance. You might become a comic book guy after you read it. You never know.
There's a very lofty goal of 500,000 in sales. And if we reach that, I'm getting the Jolly Roger tattooed, and it'll be my first tattoo.
You are
Nice.
okay. Okay, so first tattoo ever, guys. So if you want to see that too,
Public on air, it'll be live streamed.
Full back
Really?
tattoo.
wow. So guys, we'll have to see if we can get to that goal. And was not aware of this, Rizkit. X-Wing live streamed the forging process of the swords. I have to go back and watch that because I love blacksmithing. I love it. I need to take it up as a hobby. It's fantastic. And Jay, hope we can get you on sometime soon, brother. We'll be in touch. But yeah, we appreciate you, Jay. So thank you for your support and thank you for making this, because we've all been dying for good quality media. We're starving out here. We need something good to read, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this. So that's really great. That's really great. So we got to wrap it up here.
Yeah,
in the
I
next
just want
5 or
to
so minutes.
if I can just
Yes,
mention
go on.
really
Yeah.
quickly. So the one thing Eric is really great at is drawing Transformers. Like amazing. So this October in Orlando, TFCon is October 23rd to 25th. It's the Transformer convention. It's going to be the largest one in Orlando, pretty much in the States. Eric is going to have a booth there, and he's going to be doing some drawing. So if you're around in October in Orlando, come out and see Eric at TFCon Orlando.
Very cool. Okay,
Very nice,
awesome.
very
So
nice.
in person, you can get some good material there. So
Yeah.
we'll mention that again as the time comes closer too, because jog people's memories. But that's awesome, man. I'd love to get down. It's a bit of a hike, but we'll have to see. But no, needless to say, thank you again, Eric, for joining us, and thank you for doing this.
Anytime.
Love to support good people doing good things. And I just got to say, I know you're not all of us are the most political, but it's good to see people with good values, getting in the media space. And it's good. I like supporting based people is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Eric, you're based. Jay, X-Wing, you're all based. And love to see it. So
Yes.
we got to wrap up here in a few minutes. We're going to be raiding into Off the Hip with ABF, and then I'm going to be on Nick's channel, The Plot Strikes Back, to review some movies on Masculine Mondays, and we're going to drop the links for that. But starting out, as always, Corn Boy, we have your links in the description, and I'm sure they'll drop it in the chat as well to your channel. What you going to be doing? What you going to be up to? Where can people find you?
Oh, I don't know. You can follow me on Twitter, X, whatever it is now, at Cornboy, and maybe sub to my channel. I may do a live stream here and there. So
Yeah.
go ahead and follow that. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next Monday.
Absolutely. Guys, support Corn Boy. Give him a sub. Cole Hauser, I know you're streaming too, brother. I saw you streaming earlier, some Battlefront 2, the greatest game of all time, without a doubt. So
Nice.
where can people find you, and what you going to be up to?
So you can find me on X. You can find me here. Yeah, I started. I got my Battlefront 2 working, so I got that going. So I'll be gaming this week. And Saturday, I'm going to be doing another toy stream because I got some more new toys in. So I'm going to be presenting those. And yeah, it's going to be a great week.
Phenomenal. Looking forward to it. And you and Anjanette too with the toy streams. Always fun. Can't always catch it live, but the replays always a great time.
Yeah,
So,
and you and me, we've been doing some Modern Warfare. So
absolutely, yes. Cole Hauser got me to get a PS3. So if anyone out there with PS3 wants to play some Modern Warfare 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, hit us up on Twitter because we'll be playing some retro games. It's fun. And speaking of people who play retro games, Ronan, you've been streaming and you have a channel as well. Tell people where they can find you and how they can support you.
Of course. Well, if you see underneath my name, I have a link tree where you can find all of my different links. I got a YouTube channel, Ronan the Crusader. I got a Kick, Ronan the Crusader. I also got an X, Ronan_Crusader7. Getting a little fancy there. But yes, on my YouTube channel, I've been streaming the OG Fallout, which is a lot better than the TV show, but I know there's different opinions here. I'm also streaming Death Stranding as well. And this past Saturday, I finally started Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I think I got about 3 hours into it so far, and I'm absolutely digging it. The combat,
Game of the year, right? Yeah.
100% game of the year. I see why people really love it. Like just first few hours, and already I'm loving it. I can't wait to see how it ends. So yeah, you can catch me Wednesday for streams. You can catch me on Saturdays as well for streaming. If I can throw in a stream on Thursday, you can catch me there as well too.
Of course. Fantastic. So, guys, make sure you check it out and show him some support. And Vatlaw, thank you again for joining us as well, brother. I know you're around. You're in all the chats. You're in a few different streams. Yep. Tell people where they can find you. We've got you linked as well. Where can people find you?
All right, finding me specifically, the GCA Discord's a good place. Also, Twitter's a good place. I'll be streaming eventually. It's just a matter of wanting it to look a certain way and wanting a certain quality when I start. So it's building from scratch to get up there. As for streams I'm on now, I'm on here pretty regularly on Monday nights here at 7:30. I'm also on the Runaway Vagabonds channel for I Swear It's Not Hentai. Sunday nights, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. I've made one groan, and he's broke now. Ronan's laughing at this.
Look,
Vagabond is my favorite racist black man. I'm just going to say it right now.
I'll say this. The Sunday show is completely different from the Monday show. We have a good time there. We wrap up the weekend. We discuss anime. We let it go off the rails to discuss whatever the chat and whatever we feel like chatting. If you want to have a good time to wrap up your weekends, just join us Sunday nights.
I got to say, Cole Hauser will say some, we've got about some funny racist. Vagabond blows it out of the wire. Vagabond makes me blush. I'm just going to say it. So it's funny. It's funny.
I don't know if you all were there. Are you familiar with the Burger King crown guy on the airline?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I have started to say, like Captain America and Tony Stark in Avengers, put on the crown. Put on the crown, Vagabond. Put on the crown.
It's calling to him. It's calling.
I've seen him wield the crown. He is a different person once that crown's on.
He is. But you love to see it. And Magnum, as always, thank you for joining us. Didn't remember that this was your free week, but we're glad we could get you on.
Yes,
where can people find you and follow you and support you at?
Definitely on X with the same name, and tomorrow night should be another excellent show with Nerd Wars, and usually Isaac's on there too occasionally. And I'll be back here every other week basically, so twice a month. And yeah, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Jay and people that are creating new stuff in X-Wing.
100%.
Absolutely.
And Dreaded Dinosaur, of course, or Eric. Great job, stuff. Good stuff. So
yes.
I'm happy to see what we're seeing here. So
yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Magnum, and as always, appreciate you coming on. And Lex, where are you going to be causing trouble? I see you in all the chats. You're on Twitter causing trouble.
I cause trouble everywhere I go. It's most of that is in the chats. You can also find me on Twitter. If you go to my page, you'll mostly see a bunch of theology stuff. If you go to literally anyone else's here's page, it's going to be probably Cole Hauser and me spamming Star Wars gifts back and forth at each other. You can also find.
You guys had that great time by the lake in Naboo.
Oh boy.
You can also find me on Malty. He's in the chat. You can find me on his Sunday night show. And I just want to echo a sentiment that was made earlier to Eric, which is I'm not much of a comic book guy myself, but I am enthused to get my hands on this one. I want to see this. This looks good.
Big time. Big time. Fully agree. Well said, Lex. I'm not going to harass you this time. We'll leave it on a good note. But Eric, as always, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for telling us about this new journey coming out. We're all looking forward to it. And a shout out to Jay in the chat. Thank you, Jay, for doing this. X-Wing, Eric, everybody involved.
And Eric, you'll
also,
be at MegaCon, correct?
Yes,
Awesome.
Hell yes. All right.
So
Can't wait to
bring
see
your
you
books,
guys
bring
again.
your Achromatic Chronicles if you haven't had them signed. Eric did a wonderful job on those books, and to get them signed by the artist would be awesome. So don't forget about it.
Fantastic. And what was I going to say? Eric, where can people find you and support you, other than, the book link, of course, but, where can people support you as well?
So I'm at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, of course, where I am the most active. Facebook, if you just want to hear from me once every year or two. And I'm actually working on my channels again. I got Google to give me back my new one that I created.
Okay.
And, so that's going to be primarily about toys, comic books, the things I'm interested in, movies, games. And my other channel, which is right now Dreaded Dinosaur 1, it's going to become Dreaded Dinosaur Draws, and that's just going to be a draw stream thing. I really need to get my act together and carve out some time to do that while I've got the opportunity. And so looking forward to that. And I have started doing a little bit of gaming. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but I highly recommend the indie title Cleared Hot. If you guys remember Desert Strike on the Genesis?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of this game. I think I got it on my my Steam wish list. Actually, I've been meaning to pick it up.
Like Airwolf, only it's not called Airwolf.
Got to check that out. So what was the name of that again? I want to check
Cleared
that out.
Hot.
Cleared Hot. Okay, and that's on Steam. Okay, gonna have to check that out. Fantastic. Okay, really cool. And so guys, definitely follow Eric. Got his link there on X. And again, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. We're gonna link you up to 2 different streams. So guys, as always, we rate into Off the Hip with ABF. I'm gonna drop that link in the chat.
And he has X-Wing and Drunk 3PO
X-Wing and Jay on tonight.
So,
yes, he does.
100%.
So
So
shout
watch
out to
Off
them.
the Hip. And on your second monitor, if I may ask you, I'm going to be co-hosting on The Plot Strikes Back. We're going to be talking Masculine Mondays, reviewing movies that, cater to masculinity. So we're going to be talking about Secondhand Lions, one of my favorite movies. We're going to be reviewing it live on stream. So
That's such a good
check
one,
us
too.
out. You got 2 monitors. Watch Off the Hip. Watch Masculine Mondays. We appreciate it. Support everybody. Shout out to everyone in chat. Thank you, Angry Badger, again for the raid. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. I noticed we're just a few away from 400 on YouTube. So thank you for all the support, for the likes, for everything. And thank you again, everybody, for stopping by. We'll see you at the same time, same place next week, Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, for another Golden Age podcast. So have a good week, everybody.